In this video, we're gonna find out how much I can raise my FTP in 1 month. This is not gonna be some cinematic masterpiece of a video. It's gonna be a lot of me talking to the camera and videos of the bike. And if you're here for that, then great. And if not, you might wanna just click off now or skip to the end where I'm gonna just put in a section that says, this is what happened. So yeah, here we go.
Here we go.
This is gonna be a long month. For a little background, I was a diver my entire life, and I played other sports as a kid as well. My dad has always been into triathlons and running. He's done a gazillion marathons. So after I finished college and I stopped diving, I needed something, and I kind of just started training with him periodically. And then eventually I kind of got better and better, and I decided to take on more and more. I've done two 70.3 races, and my best time was at 4:58, so I just got under 5 hours. I've also done a couple Olympic triathlons, and I just did the Philly Marathon, which was my second marathon, and I did that, and my watch said it was 3:15:21, I believe. So each week, I'm gonna do a VO2 max workout on Monday, I'm gonna do a threshold workout on Wednesday, and a sweet spot workout on Friday. I'm mixing all three of those in because I want to layer the intensity and I want to taper the intensity each week. And that's because I'm not only biking right now, I'm also swimming and I'm also running. The next race I have is actually an ultra marathon running. So really, I shouldn't be focused on biking right now, but I am because I really want to take advantage of having the trainer and I want to see what can happen. The other key sessions would also be the run intervals if I was doing them that week, and the long run, just total volume on the running in general because I needed to ramp up a little bit for that. But when it comes to the workouts, the VO2 progression was going to look like this. I was going to do 110 to 120% of my FTP, and I would do basically 3-minute reps. For the threshold workouts, it was going to be 8-minute reps, and for the first week, that was going to be 3 by 8 minutes at 95% of FTP. And then the sweet spot training was going to be a 15-minute rep, 3 by 15 for the first week, but as you'll see, things changed after the first week. Over the last month, my FTP has dropped slightly. Nothing spectacular. I'm at like 259 according to the watch. I'll double check at the end of this. That is the end of day one. Oh, this is gonna be a long month. All right, that's a wrap on week one of the bike training. Still have a long run to do tomorrow, probably one more swim, and then like a medium run for recovery-ish. It's not really gonna be recovery, but I need to get the miles in. So that's the plan for the weekend. And we'll be back with this next week. All right, it's week two. There's some built up fatigue in the body. I actually just slept through my alarm, which never happens. I was gonna go for a swim before this ride, but week two, we're doing 8 by 3 minutes, and then we're doing, everything increases. my brain's not quite working yet, but today we're doing 8 by 3 minutes. Last week it was 5 by 3 minutes. We're gonna do, it's the same wattage, so we'll see how it goes. It's gonna hurt probably. All right, so that was a good win. That was workout number one of week two, and that was the 8 by 3 minutes. And the last two, I actually increased beyond my 110%. So and it felt good. I was definitely up there in the heart rate, and it hurt, but we got it done and we actually improved. So yeah, looking forward to the rest of this week and seeing how I feel at the end of the week. Now, keep in mind that I'm also going to be increasing the running to 45 miles this week. All very easy pace, but still going to improve the load there. Can you make sure that this isn't in the way? Thank you. I just want to see what my form looks like.
Here we go.
Is that pretty good?
Yeah. Here we go first. Run.
Thanks, Wyatt.
The shoes.
But then things started to get a little bit rough because the fatigue was building up, but also people in my family were getting sick. The flu was going around. It started with my sister. She got the flu. I do not have anything yet, but my nephew, who also lives in the house, is sick as well. He just started throwing up this morning. So I believe something is coming for me. I have had a little bit of tightness in my hamstring as well. So I'm taking today off. Today's Wednesday. I'm taking a rest day, which is what I do. I don't really do like a lot of periodization like I used to, but now I just kind of train until I feel like I need a rest, and then I take that break, and then I get right back into training. so I can stack more days. I'm still going to work out today. I'll do like an upper body session, but it won't be too much aerobic. And plus, I really don't know if I'm about to get the flu. So I have the flu. My training readiness score is a 6, according to Garmin. My 7-day average for my heart rate variability is at an all-time low. But the body's recovered. I guess you could say that. So I'm gonna go for a little run. Hopefully I can walk, jog. We'll see what happens. I tried biking yesterday. It didn't go super well. So I've now missed 3 or 4 only bike workouts, and I've missed a ton of swims and runs because of that too. My throat still isn't great, but we have to kind of get back into it. So that's what today's all about. I'm just gonna do a light jog on the treadmill and slowly get back into it and try and finish out the month. I still think I'm gonna post this just because, I mean, I'm still getting better. It's just not gonna be as much as I want. And this is the reality of like what could happen in a month. You know, you get sick. If I can still improve it a little bit, then that means if you are just focused on the bike alone, then you're gonna crush it. So, yep, here we go.
Oh, here we go.
Week 4 is really when I started to rally back. Over the weekend, I did back-to-back 12-mile long runs, ramping up the running on tired legs because I need to do that for the ultra marathon. But I was also able to do way better on my VO2 set and the threshold set later on in the week on Friday. I wasn't able to scale the workouts week to week like I wanted to originally, mostly because of my throat just absolutely killing me throughout week 3. But I was still able to do some easy riding and still maintain a base while recovering. So I was still pretty amazed by how much I improved while getting the flu, but I'll talk more about that in the final recap. I will say, one of the failures of this entire experiment is that I did not do a pre and post FTP test. I just went based off of my Garmin, which doesn't update as regularly. But that wasn't necessarily the point of this. My watch did go from 257 before to 272 afterwards, but I suspect that if I did a ramp test before and after, I would have seen some larger change, even though I'm actually pretty happy with that. That's fine. That's 15 watts in 4 weeks, and considering I got sick and all the other training I had to do on top of it, I felt very good about that. But that's actually not the point of this video. While I always wonder what people can do if they just train for a month and like see how much they can suffer in a month to get the biggest gain possible, it's really about the consistency and how you work over time. The more days that you can stack and the longer time period that you can go for, the better off you're going to get in your entire training progression. You can even see it from week 1 to week 4 doing a similar workout, actually increasing power over time. The heart rate came down and the heart rate or stabilized, something like that. I'll put it up on the screen for you. And the perceived exertion also went down. So it was cool to see that despite the circumstances that I went through, getting sick and all that other stuff, I was still able to improve. And that's kind of what I want to relay to you. You can still improve no matter what. And I wasn't sure if I was going to post this, but then I thought it doesn't need to be perfect. You can still get better even though you don't have a perfect training plan. And honestly, training is never perfect. So in this situation, my watch said I got a little bit better, but you could have better results. You could have worse results depending on your situation and what you're doing. I hope you got something out of this, even if it's just the workout structure and everything that I did. It was fun to do this, and I like making little videos like this randomly here and there, so follow along if you want to see some more updates every once in a while. See ya.